Listen to me, my friend. If you are retired, or you are getting ready to step into those golden years, every single dollar matters. Every single penny you have saved across your entire working life represents your hard work, your security, and your peace of mind. And when it comes to managing your money, especially moving it around, you cannot afford to make mistakes. So today, we are addressing a very specific question that I get asked all the time by people who travel, retirees who live abroad, snowbirds moving between countries, or folks just trying to manage different bank accounts. The question is, can I use Paysend to send money to myself? The short answer? Yes. Absolutely, 100%, yes. Paysend explicitly allows you to select yourself as the recipient. But I do not want you to just stop there and click a button without understanding how this works, why you would do it, and where the potential traps are waiting for you. Because when you are in retirement, money mistakes are not just minor inconveniences, they are threats to your financial freedom. Now, let us talk about why you would even want to send money to yourself using Paysend in the first place. Maybe you retire to another country, or you spend half the year somewhere warm and sunny. You have your primary bank account back home receiving your pension, Social Security, or retirement withdrawals, but you have a local bank account or a debit card where you are currently living. In the old days, what did you have to do? You had to walk into a traditional bank, fill out endless paperwork, and pay massive international wire transfer fees, sometimes $40 or $50 just to move your own money, and then wait 3 to 5 business days while the bank gave you a terrible exchange rate. That is money leaking right out of your retirement bucket. Paysend was built to solve that problem by letting you transfer funds online or through a smartphone app, directly from your card or bank account in one place to your card or bank account in another. You can send money from your own debit card to another debit card in your name, or directly into a foreign bank account that you own. It sounds simple, right? It sounds fast, cheap, and convenient. And it is. But listen to me very carefully right now, because this is where people get hurt if they are not paying attention. First, let us talk about the number one fear people have when they try this. Will my money get frozen or stuck in limbo? Here is the truth. Money transfer platforms like Paysend operate under strict global financial regulations and anti-money laundering laws. When you create an account and tell the system, I am sending money to myself, everything must match perfectly. If your legal name on your original bank account is Robert Smith, but on your secondary account or your Paysend profile you put Bob Smith, the system's fraud filters might flag that transaction immediately. They might freeze the transfer and ask you to submit government identification, proof of address, or bank statements. If you are sitting on beach chairs thousands of miles away expecting those funds for groceries or rent, having your transfer put on hold for 3 days is a nightmare you do not need. So here is your rule. Your legal name, your date of birth, and your residential address on your Paysend profile must match your official identification and your financial documents exactly. No nicknames, no shortcuts. Accuracy is your greatest defense against financial delays. Now, let us tackle the second major issue, fees and exchange rates. Paysend is famous for advertising low, flat transfer fees, often just a few dollars or a fixed small fee depending on where you are sending from. And yes, that flat fee is usually far lower than traditional wire transfers. But do not be blinded by a low transfer fee. You must always look at the exchange rate markup. When you convert USD to euros, pesos, or British pounds, the mid-market rate is the real rate you see on Google. Financial platforms add a small percentage markup to that rate to make their profit. Before you confirm any transfer, Paysend will show you the exact amount you are paying, the exact exchange rate you are getting, and the exact final amount that will land in your destination account. Look at that number. Calculate it. Compare what you are paying with what lands on the other side. You must stand in truth with your money, which means knowing every single dollar that goes toward convenience fees versus what actually enters your pocket. Next, I need to talk to you about limits and security. When you start out on any digital money platform, there are initial transfer limits, daily, monthly, and yearly limits. Do not wait until the day you need to pay a huge annual expense abroad to set up an account and try to send $10,000. It will not go through. because your account has not been verified for high limits yet. If you plan to use Paysend to send money to yourself, you need to do it proactively. Set up your profile today. Verify your identity with your passport or driver's license. Raise your transfer limits ahead of time. And then, this is critical, do a test transaction. Send $20 or $50 to yourself first. See how long it takes. Watch how it lands in your receiving account. Understand how your receiving bank processes incoming transfers. Once you see that small test go smoothly from start to finish, then and only then do you transfer larger sums of your hard-earned retirement money. Finally, my retired friends, remember tax reporting and record keeping. Moving money between your own accounts across international borders is generally not a taxable event by itself, because you are simply relocating funds you already own. However, tax authorities in many countries require you to report foreign financial accounts over certain dollar thresholds. Keep clean records. Save every digital receipt, every transaction confirmation, and every bank statement showing where the money left and where it arrived. Being organized is how you stay powerful and protected. To summarize your actionable takeaways today, yes, you can use Paysend to send money to yourself safely and efficiently. Make sure your legal names match flawlessly across all accounts. Always review the total exchange rate cost before hitting confirm. Complete identity verification early, test with a small amount first, and keep diligent records. You work too hard for your retirement to let confusion or negligence drain your savings.